Brainrot content. It's recently taken the world by storm. Many claim that it's nothing more than low-value short-form content that keeps us entertained when we're bored. But what if I told you that it's been around for over 10 years, and that it isn't just harmless short-form content, but instead the catalyst for what could be the total destruction of young men around the world? The year was 2007. The internet had become widespread and was growing rapidly. Platforms like MySpace were starting to be overtaken by newer players, like Facebook and Twitter. The term social media was beginning to enter the mainstream. Beneath all the hype of this new social media craze, something else was quietly growing. Something that most people wouldn't even know about for another 16 years. Brainrot content. The first documented use of the term brainrot came in 2007. At the time, dating game shows and video games were becoming a dominant form of entertainment for a large portion of the internet. Many users on Twitter began referring to these forms of media as brainrot, believing that they were the equivalent of junk food for the brain. The idea was that the content was so useless and therefore harmful to our mental health that it could slowly rot our minds. As a result, the term brainrot content was coined to describe any form of media offering little to no tangible value. After that, the term largely faded from common use until it resurfaced in 2010, when the popular game Skyrim included a disease called brain rot that players could contract. From there, the term once again slipped into obscurity, only to make a major comeback in late 2023 and early 2024. During this time, brain rot content exploded into what some would argue is a zeitgeist, the term used to describe the general mood or ideas of a specific time period. At first, many thought brainrot content was just a passing trend, but as time has passed, it's become clear that it is anything but a passing trend. Some even believe it marks the decline of men all around the world. In 2016, a Chinese company called ByteDance launched an app called Douyin in their local market. The app allowed users and brands to create short videos that were displayed to other users through an easy-to-use swipe-down interface. Like a modern-day slot machine. All you had to do was swipe and you'd get something new. The app gained 100 million users within its first year. Seeing this success, the same company acquired another app called Musical.ly, rebranded it as TikTok, and redesigned it to function like Douyin. In what seemed like an overnight success, TikTok grew into one of the largest media platforms in the world. At first, the content consisted mostly of people lip-syncing to popular songs, and stars like Bella Poarch became famous. In fact, a video of her lip-syncing remains the most viewed video on the platform. But as users became more attuned to this short-form content, many creators started optimizing their videos to keep viewers scrolling for hours on end. Fast forward to 2023, and the quality of content on the platform has plummeted, giving rise to some of the purest forms of brainrot content out there. From bizarre memes to girls dancing in little clothing, TikTok has fostered some of the worst brain-rotting content imaginable, and it's wreaking havoc on the youngest generation of men in real time. You see, the problem with TikTok is that while it caters to all genders and age groups, its largest demographic is young men, specifically those between the ages of 18 to 24. During this phase, young men's attention spans are shorter, and they're more impressionable to the stimuli around them. This is why so many young men are addicted to video games. But brainrot content is worse. It's so much easier for a young man to pull out his phone and get a quick dopamine spike than it is for him to play a video game with his friends. In fact, the rapid-fire pace of 15 to 30-second TikTok videos is the perfect recipe for rotting the brain of a young man. But what if I told you that it's not just rotting them, but that it's already rotted them? While TikTok laid the foundation for brainrot content to spread to the masses, it's not the only platform contributing to the problem. Nowadays, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat are all playing a part in the decline of young men. The problem with brainrot content is twofold. First, as humans, we love dopamine, a hormone that makes us feel good when we desire something or take action. Second, we tend to prioritize negative stimuli because they're more captivating. Short-form algorithms therefore amplify negative, brain-rotting content. As a result, one study found that men between the ages of 18 and 27 are now much less capable of using functional skills, such as planning and problem-solving. Another study revealed that the brain-rot content on platforms like social media also lowers grey matter in the brain, which is crucial for speech. In fact, the entire speech patterns of young men have dramatically changed. Words like Riz, Phantom Tax, Sigma, and Aura are now so widespread that traditional media outlets are trying to use them to connect with the young male demographic.
1,000 flight delays, so if you are waiting for a flight and it keeps getting put back, you're probably going, Aaron, what the Sigma? And I cannot blame you.
Some are now trying to combat the issue by shedding light on the harmful impact of social media content, particularly brainrot content. But it doesn't seem to be working, and many argue that it never will. The reason? The amount of time young men are spending on TikTok continues to grow. In 2019, it was 27 minutes a day. In 2020, it increased to 38 minutes. Today, over 58 minutes. And this number will likely continue to rise as young men keep scrolling through brainrot content deep into the night. What will be the result of this? No one can say for sure. But one thing is certain, it can't be good.